riff 19 of 21, the guitar boogie. I think this is one of the first tunes I learned. It's just a really fun thing. Should sound like this. Now even slow it sounds pretty sweet. Gives a sort of a blues feel. So you got your rock and roll. And you got your blues. But enough of that, let's learn how to play it. So we're going to focus on your fretting hand for starters. I want us to start with your thumb maybe a little bit higher like mine is over there, not too low down, not too high up, somewhere like that. And pre-position your fingers so that your first finger is opposite fret number 2, ring finger number 3 opposite fret number 4, and we're going to get the pinky working to fret number 5. Now your opening note is the open 5th string, which should sound like that. Next up, you got the 4s, also on the 5th string, followed through by 2s and 4s on the 4th string. And it should sound like this, your first bar, and listen for the timing as well. So it's not like this. This will be bad, because that would be all equal distance, equal timing, equal temperament. We want sort of a swing feel. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so you must have that little swing feel. Now on the picking hand, before we go to the next bar, I just want to show you something quickly there. Yeah, that's Invaderism for those of you that like cartoons, one of my personal favorites, but we're here for the boogie. I want you to notice my picking stroke. I'm going down, up, not downs only. You can see down, up, down, up, down, up. So you can see the rhythm from the picking hand. It's a small stroke. The back of my palm is very close to the saddles. It's around about over here. And we're not doing this. We're not going for a wide strumming motion. We're going for a very small contained pick. And try and get the down, up, down, up, down, up, down feel. It's a really cool technique to get going. Okay, as we said, bar number 2, let's focus on the fretting hand once more. Now we mentioned something about the pinky, and the 5th fret is where the pinky needs to go for the beginning of the second bar. It goes 5, 5, 4, 4, 2, 2. And you'll notice all those notes are on the 4th string, and you'll notice my hand is not doing this. So I'm not going. So for those that are using one finger, please don't get the pinky working for us. Try and keep your thumb as stationary as possible. Okay. And if you get to the end of the second bar, you're finishing off on the 5th string for a double 4 on the 5th string. So your first and second bar should sound like this. And with a bit of speed, showing left and right hand together. And we're going to play it twice in a row. Are you ready? 2 and 3 and 4 and... And you got a typical stereotype 50s, 60s sort of guitar boogie vibe going for you. Now you can add a bit of damping if you want to, bring the palm a bit more further forward, and you get this. In fact, I'd encourage that just to get the technique a bit more up and running, and just a bit more closer. You can see my palm is resting slightly over the saddle so that my string is slightly muffled. If I come too far forward, it's dead. Don't want that. Okay. Now I'm going to add in another part that's not mentioned on the actual tab sheet. And all we're going to do is what we just learned. We're going to take it down one string. So instead of starting on string 5, we're going to start on string 4 and do exactly the same thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through the entire guitar boogie as it is on your PDF for track number 19. And then I'm going to drop down a string, play it through once, and then come back up. So it should sound something like this. I'm going to count you in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... There's the drop string and back up. Now if you want the entire boogie, let me know. I'll be happy to send you a dedicated study for that. The purpose of this, like we said, just to teach you some fun riffs to get your fingers nice and loose and just enjoy playing for those little 5-minute gaps when you just want to have some fun. Hope you enjoy. And next up, we're going to go to Red Hot Chili Peppers and Can't Stop.